Alright guys, next up on the list, I got a 17 Grand Cherokee. And the customer states that when she's driving along, she's hearing squeaking in the front end and her check engine light is on. So let's take this thing for a drive and see what we got. And there's our check engine light. It runs pretty smooth. Let's drive this thing down the road and let's see what we got suspension wise. I can hear it. Not sure if you guys can hear that or not, but oh yeah, we got something going on in that front end. Let me get it in the shop and let me get one of my employees to bounce up and down this thing, so you can hear what that noise is. And it's mainly stop and go, turn left, turn right, very possibly a ball joint. Let's see. A little bit. All right. Let's knock that out first. Guys, if you're a motorhead like me and you love working on your own car, you found the right channel. Consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that bell for notifications. Go ahead. Up and down. Nothing. Go in there and turn the wheel. Turn the steering wheel. Yeah. Shake that side up and down.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's have shake up and down. Nothing. All right. Oh. All right, I messed with that front suspension for a little bit, and I could not get it pinpointed down to exactly what was wrong with it. So I'm gonna take a break for a second, and we're gonna move on to the check engine light. 16 Jeep. Okay. Codes and menu. Give me the codes. It's a Evap system failure. It has a small leak. P0456. Based on 562 repairs, it fixed it 74 times. The Evap purge solenoid. Correction. Replace Evap purge solenoid valve. Cleared codes, performed road tests, and verified the vehicle operated properly. The check engine light did not illuminate and no fault codes were returned. My nice quiet lift. Thinking they put a little grease on this thing. Tell you what, messing with that front suspension, we did it for about 30 minutes. I could hear that squeak. I just couldn't pinpoint a particular spot that was coming from. And I'm not one for just replacing parts. It's nothing dangerous because I checked everything out and I don't see anything dangerous. All right. And you give love a bad name. All right, let's see what we got here. Pretty clean, not too much rust. All right guys, this is the solenoid that normally goes bad on these Jeeps. On this Grand Cherokee, it's located in the left wheelhouse. You have to remove the splash shield. It's held on with some push clips and a couple of bolts. But that solenoid's about $19. I ran a smoke test on it, and it was leaking right out through here. So it must have a small crack in it. But I've ordered the part. When it gets here, I'll show you how to put it on. It's pretty simple to put it on. All right, guys, this is called an ESOM, Evaporator System Integrity Module. It goes right up in here in this canister. When you go to replace it, there's a small tab you have to depress. After you press it, you'll turn it, pull it out to get the new one in. You just install it and turn it, and it snaps in place. All right, guys, I'm gonna give you the rundown on what we did to get this Jeep fixed. I was lacking some office help on Friday, so I didn't get a chance to video it 100% like I wanted. But when it came to the squeak, we'll start with that. The complaint was when the customer took off and when they came to a stop, right at the beginning of the takeoff and at the end of the stop, they would hear a squeak. And I looked for that thing for, I know, a good hour and a half, and I couldn't really come up with anything. So I moved on to the lug nuts. He broke his locking key, so we had to remove 4 lug nuts and put them on there. Now, mind you, on the right front wheel, he had already removed his lug nut and put the new locking one on there. So I didn't have to do the right front, but I did the left front and the 2 rear. When we went to do the Evap code, I smoke test the vehicle and I put it into test mode, and I saw a leak at the ESOM. And like I told you before I installed it, that's, Evaporator System Integrity Module, which is Chrysler's way for saying spend money with me, because it's, I don't really think the way they designed that and the way they put it in is bogus. But that was our problem. We installed that, cleared the code, drove it, ran another test, smoke tested it, and there was no problems. So after I got the Evap system all taken care of, we circled back to the squeak. You're not gonna believe what I found for that squeak. Check this out. All right, guys, let me show you what he did. He put this locking lug nut on the right front. And if you look at the cars, all cars have jacking points. You should always use those when you jack the car up. This one is right here. And what he did, there's a bracket that helps hold that subframe in. This is the bracket. He put the jack right here on this bracket and jacked it up. Well, the weight of the car bent the bracket about 10 millimeters into the subframe, just barely touching it. And every time he would take off or stop, it would squeak. So what we did was, to fix that, we took a pry bar and we bent it back out, and that took care of his problem. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching. Catch you later.